So my name is Victor Hugo, which is the same name as the French author Victor Hugo. And at this point in my life, it feels like Victor Hugo was narrating my life because my life is miserable. And all the women I sleep with look like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. After I wrote that joke, I thought, why don't I actually read one of Hugo's books? To see so I drive to Barnes & Noble and I pick up a copy of Les Mis. That's when I noticed that it was 1,400 pages long. I don't think I've read 1,400 pages total in my life. So I'm changing my name to Eric Carl. The Very Hungry Caterpillar is a book I could actually recommend. The other day I took my dog outside because that's where he poops. So I take him out and I walk him to a spot and I'm standing in the middle of the sidewalk. He poops, he does his business, and when he's done, I take out a bag and I pick it up. And when I pick it up, I notice there's a rip in the bag. So I start sniffing my fingers to see if I got any poop on my hands. And while this is happening, this really hot girl is just walking by me. And I never talk to women, but for some reason that day I decided to say something. I'm like, hey, there isn't any poop on my hands. And she must have done track in high school because she was fast as fuck. But I love my dog. I have a black pug. His name is Franklin. And he's the most relatable dog I've ever owned because one of my nostrils is permanently closed from all the cocaine I've done in my life. So both of us are just struggling to breathe all day. We even have the same build, too. Like me shirtless, his pug. I tell everyone that he's adopted because I enjoy the praise that comes with it. But I bought that dog. I even left a tip. I'm like, this is so you never stop making dog food that people want. When I was in college, I got into 2 fights. One I remember and one I don't remember. The one I remember is the reason why I have this scar on my hand. I don't know if you can see it. I got into a fight with one of my roommates. It was a fair fight. We hashed it out like men. Or women that live below the poverty line. But the one I don't remember, I blacked out the night before. I got blacked out drunk, and I woke up the morning of St. Patrick's Day, and I immediately knew I had a black eye. There's a very easy way to tell that you have a black eye without seeing it. When all you're doing is seeing and it's hurting, you have a black eye. Since it was St. Patrick's Day, I had made plans with all my friends for the day. And instead of staying home and taking care of my eye, my first instinct was to buy an eye patch. So if you're ever in a pinch and you need an eye patch, Party City has them. Even in March. So I get my eye patch and I meet up with my friends and we continue just going to bars and drinking all day. I got a lot of dirty looks when I was wearing that eye patch. What if I was an actual pirate? Is this how we're going to treat our pirate people with disdain? I'm just saying, you got to treat pirates the way you want to be treated. I don't know. But that Monday, I had to make one of the toughest decisions I had to make in my life. Was I going to be the intern with or without an eye patch? I didn't wear it, but I could have, honestly. No one noticed. No one noticed that I had a black eye, which shows you just how much impact I made at that company. So I was born in Guatemala, and when I tell people that, they say, "Go back!" But I grew up here in the U.S., and I was always jealous of you whites, because y'all got cool superheroes growing up. And all we got was Nacho Libre. Who isn't even a real superhero, by the way. Also, Jack Black, Not even Mexican. He was just overweight and he grew a mustache. But if I'm being honest, I fucking love Jack Black. I just wish they gave us something, you know? Like, give us Lawnmower Man. He mows people's faces off and he gets his wife pregnant at night. I would have been happy. I used to travel a lot. I stayed at a hostel for the first time in this city called Viña del Mar in Chile. I think it was a good first hostel experience, minus the guy in the bunk next to me that wouldn't stop staring at me while I slept all night. I got to meet a lot of cool people. I met this Argentinian man who was a part-time street performer and a part-time journalist. I don't know how truthful he really was, but I made the mistake of asking him, what do you think about America? And he goes, oh, America, where the kids go to school and and the only thing I can say to that is, we have a killer education system. I'll end on a couple jokey jokes. So I used to have confidence issues. I used to have confidence issues with women, and I think the reason why is because the first girl I ever hugged ruined all my confidence. The first girl I ever hugged, I gave her a hug, and immediately after she said, that was really bad and you made me uncomfortable. Oh. I couldn't believe it. How can someone be bad at hugging? So I put my clothes back on, and I said we should probably get to our next class. I'll end on this. A lot of people don't like fart jokes because they stink. But I think farts are funny, especially when women do it. The only problem is, when a woman farts, I start to giggle, and then they quickly find out that I'm in the wrong bathroom.